of a book titled A Fatherless People, The History of Nigeria. The relevance of that is this. That book explains the roots of the problem with Nigeria. It explains why we end up with leaders like Buhari when competent and excellent people are available.
We need the mosque behind.
The book explains the roots of Nigeria's problem. And the root of the problem is what? The root of the problem is down in street here.
Yes.
This is why it is appropriate for this demonstration to take place here. Because it is here, in Downing Street, that is only here that Buhari hears anything. This is his master's voice right here behind us. So it is appropriate that we come and speak to the master himself, right here in Downing Street. They amalgamated 371 ethnic groups into a single political union. The same country that is talking Brexit, that went into a voluntary union with fellow democracies, matured societies, where civilians are treated with respect. Yes,
possible that somebody
they
can
felt
stand
it's
behind me with a
appropriate for them
poster
to
so I
lead
can see him live?
that union.
Thank you.
On the other hand, in our own case, they know the root of the problem, which is the tying of the legs of 371 distinct ancient ethnic groups together can only produce one outcome, which is the lowest common denominator.
So I want someone to stand, another person to stand behind me with a poster. Okay, I'll do that.
You will never rise. The education which we are encouraged to acquire and attain is redundant and useless, because those who have not been to secondary school or who cannot find their secondary certificates will now become the leaders. This is a fraud that has been continuing since so-called independence. 1960 is when we were supposed to have been granted independence. But there's a world of difference between independence which you win and independence which is given to you. Because the one that is given to you, you're never really free. So this is what has brought this SARS situation. The SARS is a reflection of the nature of the governance that we have. Because it is not rooted in sincerity, it is not rooted in a care and concern for the people of Nigeria. It is a government that can only sustain itself by terror and intimidation of the civilians. So here we are demonstrating as civilians should be able to demonstrate without fear and intimidation. We have no arms, we have no weapons, we have no knives, we have no guns. All we have is our brain power and the thoughts that we entertain in our heads. What is wrong with that? Why cannot our countrymen on the ground back in Nigeria do exactly the same thing? They were not carrying weapons, they were not carrying AK-47s, and yet they have been intimidated with hired thugs and officers of criminals in uniform, attacking them right, left and center. I'm so proud of the new generation who are now saying enough. One generation has been wasted. Our generation. I'm now touching 60 years of age since independence, and this is what we've been putting up to. They must not be allowed to squander your own futures, and it is down to you, the new generation, to make sure that that happens by joining up, you in diaspora, joining hands with those back home. You've been their voice over here. You carrying their campaigns and their campaign right here to Downing Street. So Downing Street will hear us. When Downing Street hears us, then Buhari will hear us. So I salute you all. The organization that I'm the president of is Fatherland Group. Look it up, fatherlandgroup.org. We are here for you and we're behind you in this campaign.
Thank you.